My name is Chuksakoje. I'm from Iseluku, Anyocha North, Delta State of Nigeria.
My name is Blessed Akoje. I'm Zambian by origin, but I was born in Zimbabwe.
Okay, we met in a salon where we work. I walked into a salon. I wanted to rent a chair in a salon, then I met them. There were many also there, all hairdressers. We do hair. So that was where we met.
Yeah, he's right. That is where we met. We met in a salon.
Okay, if I should go back checking the way I planned my life, I would say I married late because I never wanted to marry that late. I wanted to marry very early. So then another thing is also that at first I had it in mind to marry a foreigner, actually a person that is not sharing the same nationality with me. But when I came into South Africa and some experiences, things we saw, things I experienced, things that were happening around, I almost gave up that idea. But then it happened again that same thing happened. I married a person outside my nationality, and I have nothing to regret about it. I have nothing to regret about it because I found out that things I was afraid of wasn't actually what it is. Yeah, that is what I would say.
Well, as for me, I was just hoping God would give me a man that I will love, a man that I will cherish, a man that I will admire always, and I have one. He's a good husband, a wonderful person. I love him, and I will always love him.
I thought it would be a thing of two people that love each other, always having fun. Yeah, always having fun, pleasure, having children and bringing them up, in an atmosphere of love and romance and things like that, But I thought more of the pleasure side of marriage. Yeah.
Well, I thought marriage is always sweet, always enjoyable, but there are some challenges in marriages that, like, sometimes you think, really, God, what have I brought myself into? I always thought my husband is an aggressive person, but I've seen some good side of him, and even that aggressiveness, it's a way of nurturing me. So that is what I thought.
One thing that changed that maybe I would talk down, I would like to discuss is the issue of freedom when it comes to using your money. Yeah, because when you are single, when you're single, you just set up plan for yourself and just execute it. But now when you are married, it's like there are things you do and it looks like you're selfish. There are things you consider. There are things you put yourself almost after everything on your role of a kind of on your schedules, whatever, you come almost at the bottom, almost at every at any at any time. You're always at the end, when you would have sort out things, when you have settled the things that concern the family, your child or children. Then before you now want to handle the things you want to do, in order to be in order to allow that kind of peace or whatever. So that aspect, that losing that freedom of going ahead and doing what you would like to do as a man, I think that is the challenge I first noticed. But then I have no choice. I have to adjust because I need peace. So I have to adjust and play the way it's supposed to be. I think that is one. One other thing, considering the difference in tradition or culture, and especially when it comes to food and the rest.
But you have taught me how to cook your food, so.
There, you face, because of our marriage. I'm not talking about every other marriage out there now. I'm talking about our marriage, because of the situation around the difference in nationality. So I also noticed I find some, I will not say difficulties there, because you would have liked to eat the food you're used to. But then we handled it all. Thank God I know how to cook. Thank God I know how to cook. So then we have to be in the kitchen together for, yeah.
In marriage, it's different from single life, because when I was single, I can go and visit my family anytime. But now that I'm married, I have to take advice from him on when and how to visit my family. So those are the challenges that I can say I have faced, and even concerning food. But now I like Nigerian food. It's nice. I like it. I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's also challenging. But then when you know who you're dealing with, because where the problem comes is when you are in a meeting with family members, and you would have liked everything to be probably in English so that everybody will, be carried along. But sometimes some people are not that. You keep on switching back to your language, and the other partner try to gaze out what is happening. There is not that. It's not very, very convenient. But then in our home, when we are alone, we speak English. We speak in English, pidgin English, and
that is exactly how it is. I don't feel comfortable most times when my husband is speaking his language with his friends, because sometimes I'll be thinking these people, maybe they are talking about me and I can't hear what they are saying, but I trust him. He cannot say bad things concerning me, so I just take it the way it is.
especially the environment we lived contributed much, because people around there, these two nationalities are like on top when it comes to, before you can say one, two foreigners, you are mentioning Nigeria. Before you can say one, two about foreigners, you are mentioning Zimbabwe. And people don't know my wife as a Zambian more. They know her more as a Zimbabwean. So in the side of in Nigerian community, saying you are going to marry a Zimbabwean is something else. And even in their own side, it's like that. It's like Nigerians are crook. They are using you guys. They have money. You are running after them. And the brothers get angry. I don't know if it's jealousy or they try to protect their sister. I don't know. So then it wasn't easy. I must confess, it wasn't easy. Though I've seen the person I want to marry, I know I know her rather. Sorry, personally, I know what to some extent. Then I think I know what she could do and what she could not do. But then, generally, sometimes being human being, sometimes you start checking, can friends influence her? Things like that. It wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy thing anyway. It wasn't.
Yeah, people used to discourage me sometimes, especially when I tell them about my courtship with my husband. But I found out the person that I married is not that Nigerian that they know from the streets, you understand. It's a Christian brother, so I know what he can do and what he cannot do. So I'm hoping for a better marriage. I haven't seen any strange behavior concerning him. There are many things involving Nigerian crime and all that, but he has not really taken such a step in our marriage, so I haven't seen such a.
I think it will be money related.
When our shop was closed.
It will be money related because we had a business going, and all of a sudden we got evicted from our shop with a very short notice, and we couldn't do anything. It's sometimes as Christians, we believe God can provide, and we know God provides. But when situation come, when situations come, and that will be our time to exercise our faith, and during such situation, if you don't take time, flesh will play its part first. So you see, you come home, throughout the day you've been thinking about money. Where am I going to put my things? Where am I going to get a new shop? There is no shop around, and things like that. And when you come home, they want to see the formal daddy, or they want to see the chooks in you, and you are thinking a different. That is not what you are after at that time. And it's like, and if you are the one that have been preaching, God will do this, God will do that, and now this is the time to believe in God, and you have a different attitude entirely. You don't know when all these things play out, and before you only realize when you begin to see a different reaction. Now, what is daddy doing? Have we done anything to you? Are we the people that lock the shop? Things like that. And I think that is the only case I can remember now, because I think that is the only case I can remember now.
Yeah, that is the place that I can remember also. When our shop was closed, I was even asking my husband, "Are you sure? Did you hear from God very well that really is sending us to that place?" Because I never expected such a thing will happen.
That is where the problem is, because it's like you are the person championing and trying to lead people, believing you are leading your family, toward the right direction, and all of a sudden things like that. When things like that happen, and it's like, do you truly hear? Did you hear from God? Because will God just leave us in this situation? And you try to prove, and all those things, like you are trying to make ends meet. You're trying to put things together, and it's like, is this situation now bringing quarrel? But at last you find out that no, everybody meant well. Satan have done what he know how to do, and God will always come through. Anytime I see him, I can see it when he came. There is this kind of sense of family. yeah, sense of family. It helped to also bring us together, bringing up children together, trying to know what is good for them, what they need, and and their health when they are sick and when they are in good health. Things, all those things. At last, you'll find out that those are the things that actually, not just, but that part of that side of family, it helps a lot to bring husband and wife together. Money part of it, okay, when we got that shop, because we got this shop immediately after our wedding, and we called it blessing at first. But now when this happened, and the situation was too tough, and the things that we met, we begin to ask ourselves, just like my wife said, is this actually a blessing, or have we walked into the trap of the enemy? But then, if we check that side also, it helped us. God He knows how to, when you come together in honesty, in sincerity, especially in the fear of God also, God knows how to build his people. He knows how to put things together, put things in place for the pleasure, for the building up of his people who honors him. Yeah, that is what I would say. One thing you must consider in marriage is, when it comes to marriage and when it comes to continuity in marriage, you must cancel out feeling. You must cancel out feeling. I find out that feeling is like, sometimes it's like, if I will describe it as a network that comes and go. It comes and it goes, but decision helps a lot. Decision helps a lot in marriage. When you have known what you want to do, what you are set out to do, and you have decided to do it in your mind, and you know that there is no going back, especially if you are a Christian, it will help you. Because love, when it comes to marriage, when outside marriage, love is infatuation, is feeling. But when it's inside marriage, love is decision. It's commitment. Once you are into it, you made up your mind, you bring family into it, because it's not just two people now. Though in marriage, we are always advised, be careful of the third party or whatever. But you know that when family is about to be established, families are involved, advices are given, you yourself, you know what you're going into. And when you go in, you know that there is no going back. It is very, very important. In the word of God, it is very, very important to continue marriage, because divorce is not allowed. But then, because now people that are not Christians or who will be saying, what of us? Even if any couple involved are not Christians, children matters a lot. Children in marriage, broken homes leave children, in the street. Though sometimes people take, ladies, when something happened to marriage, the woman would take his, the children to another father. Now that father is not just, is a stepfather. And even when you are somewhere else, while your children are in another person's house, nobody can bring your children up like you would like to do. So continuity in marriage, God know what he was doing. God know why he knows everything. He knows the importance of continuity in marriage. So divorce is not allowed.
They say a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. So continuity in marriage is very crucial and it's very important, because before you even get married, when you are in a courtship, you are advised many things by your leaders. They tell you will meet challenges in marriage. So already you are getting into something that is continuous, something that is expected of you to continue with. So I would say in marriage there are challenges. It's not always smooth, it's not always sailing, but you just have to know that it's something that God has ordained, and God hates divorce. So when you're getting married to someone, you have to know that you will stay with that person no matter what. It has to be a decision from you, from both parties. It has to be a decision that I will stay in this marriage no matter what, with God, with prayer, with advice from elders. You can continue in marriage. Well, going out together going out together and have some time, when you are already with children, when you have a family, sometimes it takes your time. You tend to focus to children, to cooking for them, doing this, taking them to school and all that, but you have to also create time. So we create time for each other, we go out, enjoy. So that is what we do.
What I find out in our marriage, you see, we are always together. We work together because we are in the same field. We work together. We go to work the same time, close work the same time, come back home the same time. So it's like we are always together, seeing each other at all time. So, but what we have tried, doing to because then it's always like seriousness. When you are when you are in your business place, it's just business. Though sometimes you may have few times together, but it's, you are at work. But then we make our chance. Sometimes we go out off our phones where we know that we are alone. Yeah, that is what we have tried. There are other things, play and jokes, but then that is one major thing that we do. Go out together off our phone and be with each other. Faith matters a lot because you can't do without God in anything. You can't do it, especially when it comes to marriage. You can't do without God. You cannot do it because before we finally get married, we've known each other for years. But when we come into marriage, living now together, you find out that is it not the same? Is it not the same? Is it not the same person that I know in the shop? It's quite different, and with the things you've heard within the community and the things you've seen within the community, sometimes you think you don't care, but you will not know that most of those things store in your subconsciousness. So when slight things happen, you find out that the way you will react to issues, and it's not because of what happened now. It's just what I've stored in, what you are afraid of, what you've been afraid of. You are now, you become more careful. Okay, could it be it's taking this way now? Could it be that? But at last you find out that it's not true. It's just what you're thinking. It's just what you've seen probably in other people's life or what other people have told you. You now want to you want to play clever. You want to be smart. You want to be careful. So when you're doing that, flesh is playing its part, and if you don't take time, you miss it out. But when you remember that God will never lead you into something wrong, and foundation matters a lot anyway. Foundation matters a lot. When you know that you went through prayers, you went through counseling, and God allowed it to be. So you will always you know you have God all along. So when things happen, because things must happen, a lot of things happen in your financial side, in many things will come from different angles. So having faith in God, knowing that even if this thing is coming now, like maybe sudden to you, it's not sudden to God. Nothing takes God unaware. Whatever happens, God knew that it's going to happen before it physically occurs. So you having that in mind, that God is aware of this marriage, God is aware of this family, and God is actually the leader, the king of this, the father of this marriage. So with that, you keep going. To me, I don't, that such fear or such, I have never even come. I'm not just trying to be, but I don't fear things like that, because I know who I'm dealing with, and she has never given me such a chance to think. He have never given me such such chance to be suspicious or whatever, or no. So like I told you, we work together. We are always in the same place from morning to night every day, all these years, even before I'm married till now. We are always together. So I don't think, I believe I'm a man enough to, I don't think I'm not trying to be proud now, but I don't think how will I put it? I don't think somebody can take my place in the heart of my woman. I don't think so. I don't think so. Gosi womu ni debube, Chileke mo chukwomam. Igosi womu ne pomnanya, nalekele chukwomam. Igosi womu ni debube, onye kelo wa chukwomamo. Igosi womu ne homonanya, nalekele chukwomam.
Wahamba nati, oh wahamba nati, oh wahamba nati, siyabonga. Wahamba nati, wahamba nati, oh wahamba nati, oh wahamba nati, siyabonga. Siyabonga Jesu, siyabonga ngonyama yezulu, siyabonga Jesu, siyabonga.